year writer on Channel 9 Get Up DC. Give it up for Leon Scott.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling? You feel good? That's good. I feel great, and let me tell you why. Got the best backhanded compliment I've ever gotten in my life last night. I was out, and this tall woman walked up to me and said, "You concentrated sexy." Think about that, concentrated sexy. That's like just add water and you're 6'5". I have never felt that tall in my life. That shit felt amazing, man. It's like, because my friends that are tall, they take being tall for granted. Like my best friend Rome, he's 6'5", and he says things to me that just lets me know he doesn't appreciate being tall. He's like, "Man, being tall doesn't help me meet women." First off, he says it just like that because his fucking voice is tall. And I'm like, "Rome, that's ridiculous, because I've never just been at a bar and had a woman just say, I saw the top of your head from across the room." And I'm just like, it doesn't work like that, even for us concentrated, sexy folk. It doesn't work like that for us. But I like telling that joke because I get to do the tall voice. Because when I was a kid, I had musical dreams. I didn't want to be a singer, though. Didn't want to be a rapper. I wanted to be an R&B talker, and I don't know if y'all know what that is. But back in the day, R&B bands used to always have some dude with a sexy voice that would just talk on the song. Like, Boyz II Men had that one dude with the voice of God. And I just wanted to do that shit. I wanted to get on a song and take it over, just like, "Baby, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was your sister. Baby, don't go." I just wanted to do that, but they don't have that in music anymore. So if y'all know of any bands that's looking for someone that looks like Drake but sounds like Ving Rhames, I'm right here. I can just be like, "We have the beats." I can just, oh, man. So, all right, y'all are smiling. I know this is a little woke crowd. I like it. How many of y'all have been to the African American History Museum? Oh, nice. I like it. The rest of y'all who haven't been, you should check it out. You need to see the Blacksonian with your own 2 eyes. You need to check it out. It's great, but let me tell you the most important thing you need to know before you go into that museum. That place is massive. It's an all-day trip. You're like, she's like silently just going like, because it's that daunting of a task, but it's great. But I didn't know this. I found out the hard way. The first time I went there with some friends of mine. I went on a Sunday morning, and I'd been drinking all night Saturday, so I had a hangover. And so I'm walking through this museum with my friends, and I wanted to be like, "Hey, let's slow down, let's take a break. I'm getting tired." But then I looked at like the pictures of all the people on the wall, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is the last place on earth I should ever complain about being tired." Like, it's a struggle on every wall. Like, if I complain about being tired in this museum, I'm gonna go home and get haunted by a civil rights ghost. I'm gonna wake up that night to the sounds of, "I didn't know you was a bitch." Just... Yes, the ghost of Dr. King is gonna call me out. I'm gonna deserve that shit. I'm gonna deserve it. Man. All right. Where do I go from Dr. King calling me a bitch? Let's go a tasteful route. I guess I'll talk about, I got to do a show for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I don't know if y'all are familiar with what they do, but they grant wishes for very sick children, and it made me think about if I was a small kid, back when I was really young, when I was like 5 years old, the celebrity I would have wanted to meet back then is not who I want to meet now, and no, it's not Bill Cosby, but the celebrity I would have wanted to meet when I was 5 years old, if you'd asked me, who do you want to meet more than anybody else? My number one answer, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, come to find out, Hulk is racist as shit. Like, I don't want to meet Hulk, and Hulk probably doesn't want to meet me either. But we found out he's racist because he won like this lawsuit. He won like $100 million in this case, and it was amazing that he won. And it wasn't amazing because he didn't have a case. It was amazing that he won this trial because he wore a do-rag to court every day. Every single day of the trial, he had a do-rag on. Like, for someone who says the N-word as much as Hulk Hogan, that is probably quite possibly the blackest shit you can do in your life. Like, it is so black that black people can't even do it. If I go to court and I'm wearing a do-rag, my lawyer's gonna be like, "Oh, we're pleading guilty today, huh?" You already know I'm going to fucking jail. That's what's gonna happen. But man, for real, like, I feel conflicted though, because I feel like Hulk Hogan would be the greatest white supremacist of all time, because Hulk is so charismatic. I would sneak into a Klan rally just to watch him speak. I want to see him cut a promo just like, "You know what, brother? What you gonna do when Hulkamania is racist on you?" Oh man, I'd be into that shit. I'd be like, I feel like the real white supremacists could have used Hope's guidance. Like, they were out there marching with AR-15s and citronella tiki torches and shit, just ready for niggas and mosquitoes at the same goddamn time and shit. Okay, thank y'all. I was like, if I don't get away with niggas and mosquitoes in this beautiful bookstore, but thank you guys. Yes, thank you guys for being with me on that one. I appreciate that. Let's see what other classic places I can take you. I kind of ventured into my woke jokes section of material. So let me just go ahead. I'll talk about stuff that makes me happy. I'm gonna talk about another thing. I feel really good because my beard is starting to grow back. Because I cut it because she mentioned I work for USA 9, but when I interviewed for that job, I wanted to look corporate. So I cut my beard and wore a suit and all that shit. But before I cut it, it was amazing. My beard was regal. It was majestic. I looked around the room for beard competition and there is none. But my beard was at its peak. When it was at its peak, I could just go on any street corner in America and just do this. And a hawk would just land on my arm like, just random birds landing on my fucking arm. That's how my shit was awesome. But what I really miss about that beard is it gave me edge, because I don't know if y'all noticed, I'm not the scariest looking black guy in the world and shit. I'm the black guy that white people go to when they want directions and shit. I am your friendly neighborhood Negro. That's my lane. I know that about myself. But when I had my beard, I was walking down the street one day. When my beard was at critical mass, I was walking down the street. There was like a woman coming from the opposite direction, and she saw me, and she saw my beard, and she stopped. She turned around, and she crossed the street. I was like, yes! Finally. I already had the big dick and the bad credit. But now I have arrived at stereotype, N-word level unlocked. Urethra. I found it. I was celebrating that stereotype real hard. I felt good about that shit. Okay. Let's go to something less stereotypical. I talked about singing earlier. I want to talk about my favorite R&B singer of all time. He's not doing his thing anymore, but I feel like I should recognize his greatness right now. My favorite R&B singer of all time was Barack Obama. Y'all remember when he was at the black church and he was giving a very powerful speech and he just started singing Amazing Grace? I don't know if y'all know how hard that is to do, to just break out in a song uninvited at a black church. That shit can go left quickly. Like, this is how you know he pulled it off. When Obama was up there singing, no old black ladies yelled out, "Take your time, baby." All right. And for those of you who have not been to a black church, the words "take your time, baby," that's all black woman code for someone is struggling. That shit means we need a miracle right now. Stop singing, cut it out, stop it. Oh man. Yeah. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. Man, I wish everybody laughed like you. I would literally just record this set and show it to I'd put it on I'd have it embedded in my tombstone. So, all right, I guess, in closing. Actually, no, I want to talk about other things that make me happy. I want to say one more thing that makes me happy, and that is, the one thing that makes me happier than anything else in life, and that is morning sex. It is the best way to start your day. That shit is better than Folgers. It's like the best part of waking up is getting your dick sucked. That should be the morning sex jingle. But my favorite thing about morning sex is not even the sex, it's getting it started. Like when you wake up first, your lady's just laying there next to you, and half her hair looks amazing. The other half's a little mad down and fucked up, but you gotta make her feel beautiful, so you sweet talk her. You're just like, "Oh baby, you look like a sexy Frederick Douglass." All right, if you didn't get that joke, go to the African American History Museum, check out the Frederick Douglass. All right, anyway, with my last moment of time left, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about a backhanded compliment I got that wasn't so great. I was out with a friend of mine for her 24th birthday. And I'm much older than 24, so she's laughing already. You already know that you old ass. What are you doing with these 24? She already knew. But no, so I'm out here with the 24-year-old, and we get to this one place, and we're looking at everybody's ID, and they looked at my shit last, and the bartender was like, "Good for you, man." So that was the nicest way anybody ever said, "You old ass bitch, you don't belong here." And it made me think about all the shit I'm too old to do, and the number one thing is dick pics. I am too old to send dick pics, and let me tell you why I know I've aged out of it. I thought about the first one I ever sent. It was so long ago, I took it with a real camera. I had to take a memory card out of a camera. I had to put it into a computer. upload my dick so that someone could download my dick, and it was on AOL dial-up, so it took forever. It's like, shh, loading, 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 loading. Ladies, it is still loading. Ladies, it is still loading. That was a dick joke within a dick joke, by the way. Just hit y'all with Dickception, and the only way the dick joke could have been classier is if I had gotten the dick pic taken like in studio photography, like Sears or Olin Mills. Like, we had a beautiful backdrop like this, dick up front, and it's just a silhouette in the background. On that veiny and elegant note, my name is Leon Scott. Have a good night.
That was Leon, a sexy Frederick Douglass in the morning.